You got to tell me what it felt like to lead those laps, all those laps, and to run up front and to do what you did and beat the guys like Sam Haverteep, Brian Brown, Linton Jeffrey, Corey Day, Austin McCarl. You beat a lot of good guys on Saturday night. What were your feelings about that?
Yeah, that's like, last year we had a few opportunities to win a race there too. And, those nights we started on the front row and was able to get the lead right away. So, Saturday night we actually had to pass for the lead. So it was a lot different feeling, finally like passing someone for the lead there in the feature
Right.
instead of, just getting a good start and being able to get away from them, which obviously either one works, but passing for the lead like that on that restart, like Linton went to the top and Sam showed him the top, so Linton moved up to try and protect the, what he thought was the best groove at the time. And Sam kind of missed the entry and left me the bottom, and we were able to get both of them, through 1 and 2 and down the backstretch. So it was a crazy feeling, like taking the lead. Like I knew whenever we qualified, like I was the only guy to kind of do what we did. And, we went quick time, and then we were really good in the heat race, going 6th to 3rd, almost getting 2nd. And then, I was pretty confident with the changes we made before the feature. And I got a feeling we had a really good shot at it, period. And, I think the changes that we were making just kind of something that we've been needing to do more. And when we did it last night before we rolled out, I was pretty confident that we had, everything in the right place, or starting in the right position. And, I've made mistakes there throughout the year, starting 3rd and 5th, and maybe costing myself some spots in the front stretch, getting too antsy, and like driving the left rear up and getting stuck in the slick down the straightaway. So I was just trying to stay calm and be patient.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty crazy. I think we cut through lap traffic really good at the start of the feature once we got into it. And then last few laps, I could kind of tell going down the backstretch. I'd look up every now and then and see the big screen, and usually if it's 4 or 5 to go and they're not showing you, then you got a pretty comfortable lead. So,
right.
It kind of took some of the pressure off because I knew I didn't have to pass the lap cars in front of me. I could just kind of ride behind them.
Right.
So that's kind of like I was still really aggressive, trying to hit my marks and run good laps. But I had a feeling I was pretty safe, and I just kept checking the big screen, trying to make sure I was in a good position.
When you qualified, you were about a 10th and a half faster than Brian Brown. That probably gives you a little added confidence, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's like we were the only guys to peel off and run the bottom both ends in qualifying. Like our first lap, I think we were a 16.5, and then our second lap we were a 16.1. And it's like after hot laps, like I always try to buzz the bottom once, and usually buzzing the bottom there, you're just constantly spinning the tires in 1 and 2, and you never feel any grip. Well, it was almost kind of like the Knoxville Nationals track, where it's like if you could hit the bottom, it was going to be faster qualifying. And that's kind of the same thing we did on our qualifying night at the Nationals.
Yeah.
So I went down there, and when I hit it, like no one else had gone down there yet, so it's still really fresh. And we were able to get a really, really good corner through 1 and 2 and put us down the backstretch really nice. And being the first one to run that line, and at the time, Austin McCarl was quick time. So, I think we ended up being like 3.5 tenths better than the field until Brown went out. And that was, it gave Danny time to tell Brown what to do, to try and get a chance to beat us. But, I think we hit the line so good. And, I knew what I needed to do to hit that, like with the wing and, running my feet and stuff. So, that was really big, being able to go quick time by that big of a margin.
Yeah.
Anytime you can go quick time, it's big. But when you can really knock it out of the park like that, it's a big confidence booster, and it just kind of sets you up for the night really well.
Yeah. When you go into the feature and you're starting 3rd, what do you think to yourself? Do you think you got to get to the front quickly as possible? Is that what you think, or you want to get out in that clean air?
I really wasn't super worried about getting out front early. Like, I felt like our car was going to be really good, and I didn't really need to get to the lead right away. Like, I felt like if I could just be consistent and be with them for about 5 or 6 laps, they would make enough mistakes where I could get by them, But obviously, if the opportunity came, I wasn't going to ever pass it up. So, it was a perfect opportunity, and I took it, and, it was crazy how good our car stuck, and we just was able to get the lead. And then, like, once you get in that clean air, it's so easy to make clean laps because you're not trying to chase somebody. You don't got someone, changing lines in front of you or trying something to where you can't get into your groove and just run your race. Like, once you get out front there until you catch lap traffic, it's really basically not like, it's obviously not hot lapping because, the track's a lot slower and slicker and more technical, but you basically get laps to just try and be as perfect as you can and run as hard as you can. And being out front's really big, especially there. So, being in that clean air is huge. So obviously you want to get the lead as quick as you can, but it's not like I was so confident in our car. I knew if I wasn't leading lap by, 10, 8 to go, and I was in second, I still felt we could have won that race.
Right.
Like, we were just really, really good.